Hey, what's up guys, xTycho. Today we're going to look at all the new things the Hytale team have put in this summer development update, going from tech changes and a timeline for release, to their vision of Hytale, advanced building tools, evolving VFX, and we also get to see some gameplay videos and screenshots, so get a drink because this is going to be a long, exciting video. Let's start with the first things they talk about, the tech changes. The main takeaway from these tech changes is that they are going to switch both the client and server to C++ instead of Java and C#. They say this will make it easier to release across platforms, it provides performance benefits, and it will make it easier for them to patch and maintain the game in the future. After this, they answer 2 questions on if this is going to impact the minimum requirements, and does this change the timeline of Hytale's release. For the first question, they weren't so sure on it, that it was going to change, but they did say that they are trying to make it perform well on a wide range of platforms, and low-spec PCs are a part of that consideration. For the second question, they say it definitely has an impact, but the redevelopment of the engine is proceeding quickly, and they are hitting their internal milestones. However, the game will not be ready to launch in 2023, which was the earliest possible launch window they outlined last year. This of course sucks to hear, but we gotta remember that it was the earliest in 2023. So let's hope the next time they come with a date it is a little bit more fixed before we get our hopes up. That's all for the tech news, let's get into some other news. They talk about the team being expanded and that there are over 100 developers now. Here is a picture of the developers working on the game. Their vision of Hytale was that the game was split into 3 pillars: creative, competitive multiplayer, and adventure. Instead of pillars, they say you should see these as doorways to different experiences. If you go to the left door, you go to the creative part of the game, where you can find mods or change the look and feel of the game to your liking. This is also where the advanced building tools come into play, but more on this in a bit. We first have to look at the second door. The second door. This door leads to the Hytale online experience, so think of Minecraft servers like Hypixel, where you have minigames, or maybe Skyblock or factions if you'd like. At the final door lies the adventure of Orbis. This is their sandbox RPG experience, which tasks players with a challenge and uncover secrets while taking advantage of a selective randomization to ensure the diverse and interesting experience. The thing is, they don't want all these doors to lead to different games, disconnected from all the others. Whichever door you choose, they want you to end up in the same place, playing Hytale. They go on that they've been working on establishing a sense of coherence across the breadth of Hytale, while ensuring that the game supports a wide variety of forms of creative expression. With these goals in mind, the user interface and user experience team are currently in the process of rebuilding Hytale's interface from the ground up. They aren't quite ready to share all the work yet, but they show us a little teaser. I've had them playing in the background already, but these 2 look amazing. The first one reminds me of like a loading screen when you go into a game. The second one probably is the new health bar, and it looks really good. Next they show some art about the avatars and talk a little bit about them, how they are trying to make special spaces for people to express themselves in. In the next part we get to see the rediscovering of Orbis. The level design team has been hard at work over the last year to ensure that the game feels meaningful in every part of the game. They show thumbnail concepts of mood and palettes of the coldest regions of Orbis. They also show how these have been worked out in the game. In this first image we get to see a Misty Forest, and we get to see the introduction of elements into the region that might flow naturally from warmer to temperate areas. The low-lying mist and the drifting ice let you know what you're in for if you keep moving upstream. In the next images we get to see a little hot spring in the snowy biome. They use custom VFX for geysers to help create a sense that there's hot water bubbling away underneath the surface. In the next 4 images we get to see the height challenge of the areas you can find in Orbis. In the next 2 images we get a reimagined look at a desert biome. We see a ravine with coral on the side hinting towards an ocean that was here a long time ago. That's how we get to see from the reimagined world generation. Next we got new VFX to look at and the environments it can make. They talk about how you can tweak the VFX to your liking. We've already seen a sneak peek of this video before, but I'll show you again because this is a higher quality. In the next part of the VFX showcase, we get to see an example of the new VFX applied in an older dungeon environment, providing a much cooler look and a compelling atmosphere. I have to talk about the statue in the background, because this statue looks like it has something to do with Varen, the antagonist of Hytale. The icon on the statue looks like a Varen's mark, which we see in the concept art, so I feel like this dungeon has something to do with Varen. I would love to see what you guys think this is for. Furthermore, we see mist on the ground finding its place in the room and 3 lanterns. We've seen these ground lanterns before, but they've changed a little. Here's a side-by-side comparison. The new one has a brighter color and higher textured VFX, and you can barely see the pixels in the flame if you compare it to the old version, unlike the older one that had just a texture going up and down. The last thing you can notice is the heat distortion, making the flame look extra crisp and lifelike. This looks really fantastic. We haven't seen such detailed VFX and atmospheres before. You can really see the progress they are making on how they are improving such small details in the game. I can look at these for hours on end. Next up, we get to see a Rune Building and how they made this custom build with the new building tools. Of course, they stated this is an early look, so take everything with a grain of salt. In this clip, we see Propsy building a structure and then duplicating the structure. He makes some walls around the building and some pathways with scripted brushes. After that, he caves out a lava river to make the environment look like it's ruined by the lava. After that, he makes more destruction to the buildings and walls, and with that the game makes rocks from the destruction he's making on the ground. And as last, we got another Hytale soundtrack to listen to. I'm leaving this in the comments below, and it's probably been playing in the background from the beginning of the video. That's going to wrap up this Hytale news video. If you would like more of these videos, be sure to subscribe, like, comment, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.